What if one ChatGPT conversation could become a finished presentation, a working application, or a complete research workflow without you having to copy everything into another tool? That is the new ChatGPT Work. ChatGPT Work is a powerful new agent inside ChatGPT that can bring together your files, conversations, apps, and project context, then use them to create finished work and carry out multi-step tasks. It can draft emails, create presentations, organize projects, work with your files, and move information between the tools you already use. But I think many people will open it, try one basic task, and completely miss what makes it different from regular ChatGPT. So in this video, I'm going to test what it can actually do. We'll look at the new features inside ChatGPT Work, how to set it up properly, and some practical examples for research, content creation, and everyday work. I'll show you the exact prompts, what worked, and the small changes that made a big difference. So let's get started. So let's start by how you can access ChatGPT Work, and this can be done from the web, the mobile app, or the new ChatGPT desktop application. For this video, we're going to focus mainly on the desktop app because this is where you get the fullest experience, including access to local folders and files on your computer. Once you download the app and sign in, this is the new interface. Now, one reason the ChatGPT desktop app is so useful is that it brings together ChatGPT's three main tools, Chat, Work, and Codex, inside one application, but each one has a different purpose. Chat is the normal ChatGPT experience we already know, and you can use it to ask questions, search for information, brainstorm ideas, or quickly discuss something. To open it from the desktop application, click Chat here on the left. You can see that it opens in a separate window, and all your previous ChatGPT conversations are available here. The main change is here in the top left corner. You can switch between ChatGPT Work and Codex from this menu. ChatGPT Work is designed for longer tasks, where you want ChatGPT to research information, analyze files, and create a finished output such as a document, spreadsheet, presentation, report, or site. Codex is the dedicated agent for coding and technical work. This is where you can build applications, work with repositories, run commands, test code, and fix problems. Before we start our first task, there are a few settings you need to understand. The first is permissions. You can choose how much freedom ChatGPT Work has when it uses the internet or works with files on your computer. I recommend starting with Ask for Approval. This means ChatGPT will pause and ask before it edits external files, accesses certain information, or takes an action outside the app. Once you become more comfortable, you can give it more freedom, but I would not begin with unrestricted access, especially if you are working with personal client or company files. Next, we have the model options. Click the model name at the bottom, and from here you can choose the model, reasoning effort, and speed separately. The new GPT 5.6 family includes 3 models. Sol is the strongest option for complex tasks. Terra is the balanced model for everyday work, and Luna is the fastest and lightest option for simpler tasks. Effort controls how much reasoning the model uses, while speed controls how quickly it completes the task. For most work, I would start with Terra or Sol on medium effort and standard speed, then increase the effort only when the task is more difficult. Now let's look at projects, because this is one of the main differences between regular ChatGPT and Work. To create one, click Choose Project, select New Project, and then choose Use an Existing Folder. I'm going to select this Literature Review folder. This gives ChatGPT Work access to the research papers inside it, so it can read the files, use them in a task, and save new outputs back into the same folder. You can also see all your projects here on the left. Inside each project, your work is organized into tasks rather than chats, so everything connected to the same project stays together and is easy to return to later. Now let's use this project for our first workflow. We're going to analyze the full folder of research papers and turn the findings into a finished presentation. We'll start in ChatGPT Work to examine the files, move into Chat to plan and refine the presentation, then bring that conversation back into Work and create the final deck. So with the literature review project selected, the first thing I want to do is understand what is inside the folder and what the papers mainly cover. So I'm going to ask Work to review the files and create a simple briefing for us. Review all the research papers in this project folder and create a clear briefing explaining what the papers cover. Summarize the main topic and key findings from each paper, then identify any common themes across the full collection. Save the completed briefing inside the literature review project folder. This gives us a clear overview of the material before we decide how to structure the presentation. And now you can see work reading through the papers inside the folder, comparing the findings, and organizing everything into one structured document. Once it's completed the task, it gives us the file as an MD file, and you can specify which output you want it in. And if we open it here, you can see it gives us the overall focus of the files and what the folder is mainly composed of. It gives us the main topics covered, a paper-by-paper summary of all the 8 papers showing the key findings and the contribution of each paper to the folder, and it also shows us the most useful papers by purpose. And if I go to my main project folder, you will see it has now saved this briefing file here. And I'm going to follow up here asking it to extract the main themes and strongest findings, areas of agreement and disagreement, and main research gaps. And again, you can see it comes back with a review of all the papers in the folder that it has reviewed, showing its focus and role in the folder, and does that for each one. It shows the most important themes across the literature and the strongest findings, and like we specified, the main areas of agreement and disagreement, and a large number of research gaps. So this is very useful if you have a large number of materials in your folders and want to create a full synthesis of them. Okay, so now before I create a presentation from these articles, I want to decide how the presentation should be structured. So before we ask ChatGPT Work to create it, what I'm going to do is open the regular chat from here. I'll attach the literature briefing that Work has just created, then ask Chat to help me develop the storyline and structure of the presentation. Once I'm happy with the structure, we're ready to turn this conversation into a real task. So instead of copying all this info into a new window, I can click Add to Task, and you'll see that it's now transferred this whole chat bioactive peptides presentation into Work. So I do not need to explain the task again from the beginning. And what I can also do is click on Add Files and More and select Presentations, and this will give me an option to choose from one of the presentation templates. So let's select this one. I'll add my prompt to generate the presentation and enter. Okay, so you can see here it's come back with our presentation and followed the standard style of the template. Now what we can also ask it is to produce a presentation using our visual style and colors, and that's what I've done with this second presentation. And we can click to open in PowerPoint and make any edits we want. Now this presentation came out really well, and I want to be able to use the same approach again for other topics. So I'm going to add this prompt: create a reusable presentation skill from this file that I can apply to future presentations. And what ChatGPT does is analyze the presentation and turn it into a reusable skill. So it looks at the structure, the layout, the design style, and the way the content has been organized. Once it has finished, the new template has now been added to the template gallery, and now whenever I create another presentation, I just need to tag a biological academic presentation, and it will create a new presentation in exactly the same style, but with the new content and sources I provide. Now let's stay inside the same literature review project, but start a completely new task, because this task is still inside the same project. ChatGPT Work already has access to the research papers in this folder. This time, instead of creating a document or presentation, I want it to organize the literature into a structured Excel workbook and create a visual dashboard. So I'll click New Task under the Literature Review project. And here I'm going to ask it to review the papers, create an Excel literature review workbook, organize the key details into a structured table, and then build a simple dashboard showing the main themes, research methods, publication trends, and gaps across the literature. Now, while we're waiting for this to generate, there's one small feature worth mentioning, which is /pet. Type /pet into the task box, and this will bring up a small animated companion that follows the progress of your task. It can show when the task is still running, needs your input, or has finished. So even if you move to another browser window, you can still see what is happening with your task. And when you no longer need it, just type /pet again to hide it. And here is the finished workbook. ChatGPT has organized each paper into a master evidence table, created separate sheets for themes and research gaps, and added a dashboard showing publication trends, methodologies, research contexts, and the themes covered most often across the literature. So instead of reading through each paper separately, we now have one structured overview of the full evidence base. And you can see that both these tasks that we have worked on are under our literature review project, so we can come back to them at any time. Now let's look at another useful feature inside ChatGPT Work, browser control. This allows us to open websites, move between pages, and ask ChatGPT Work to help us with what we are viewing directly inside the browser. For this example, I'm going to find the top 3 free beginner AI courses from recognized providers and open each one in a new browser tab. So it will ask us for some permissions, and now you can see it's opened up 3 different browsers for beginner AI courses. And the really great thing is that you can ask questions about anything on that browser. So for example, I can ask it here, what are the main features of this course? So it starts to read the course page and pull out the practical insights, and then comes back with all the main features. Another very powerful feature inside ChatGPT Work is plugins. So not only can ChatGPT Work access the local files and folders on your computer, like we saw in the first workflow, it can also connect to the apps where you already store and manage your work. If I come over here to plugins and click on it, and you can see some of the apps that are already available, such as Chrome, Slack, and Outlook. Then if I click Browse All Plugins, I can see the full list of apps and tools that ChatGPT can connect to. So here, for example, we have Gmail, Google Drive, Notion, Canva, Figma, and several others. For this workflow, I'm going to connect Google Drive because that is where all the project files are stored. And in my drive, I have a folder called AI Learning Project. Inside it, I have a number of files with a lot of information, but it is spread across different file types. What I want ChatGPT to do is review the full folder, bring the information together, and create one clear project pack. So what we need to do here is type at Google Drive. You'll see that ChatGPT connects to Google Drive, and then I add my prompt, open the Google Drive folder called AI Learning Project, and review every file inside it. Use the existing files to create a new project briefing pack. I then specify the 3 files I wanted to create and tell it exactly where to save them. Save all 3 files inside a new subfolder called Final Project Pack. And now you can see that it is opening the files inside the folder, it is reading the PDF, checking the meeting notes and extracting information from the spreadsheet, it is also using the previous brief as a reference, and as you can see here, it creates the new Final Project Pack folder and adds the 3 outputs. And if we open our drive on the AI Learning folder, you'll see that the Final Project Pack subfolder has been added, and inside it are the 3 files we specified, the open questions, the action tracker, and the project overview. Okay, so that's the new ChatGPT Work experience. What makes this update so important is that ChatGPT can now take work all the way from idea to finished output. There is so much you can achieve with ChatGPT Work. Use your own files and connected apps, create the final deliverables, save them in your local folders, and even create templates and skills. So make sure you subscribe. I hope you found this useful, and I'll see you in the next one.